If you like my content, please like and click on the subscribe button. Click on the drop down and select all to see regular updates.
So the first question, how would you find the missing numbers in a given list of numbers from 1 to n? So 1 to n, assume n can be 10, 20, anything. So in a given list of numbers, so you need to find the missing numbers. So for that, first find the numbers which are present. So we have created this table numbers. So in the numbers table, num is the column, and 1, 3, 5 and 8 are entered here. So now if you, I have already created this table, so you can find it in the description of this video. So now let's declare the value of n as 10. So let's take example. So declare at the rate n integer is equal to 10. So now from the numbers between 1 to 10, what all are missing? So here only 4 values are present. So 1, 3, 5 and 8. So you need to return the missing 6 numbers in the output. So here how do we do that? First let's generate the numbers from 1 to 10. So once we generate it, we can do a left join with this table and retrieve the missing numbers. First let's generate the numbers from 1 to 10. So simple way to do is using a recursive CTE. So how do we create a recursive CTE? With CTE as. So here in the recursive CTE, we all know we need a anchor query. So select 1 as num. So I am starting from 1 because here it is told from 1 to n. So I am starting from 1, and I will loop this. I will union this one with the next number. So union all. So how do I do this? Select num plus 1 from CTE. Okay. So what will happen? Initially 1 is there, the CTE value of 1 is there. So now incrementing 1. So now 2 has come into this, 1 and 2 are there. So after with 2 I am incrementing 2. So 3, like this I am incrementing, but incrementing it is going on, the recursion is going on, but we need a place where we have to break this recursion. So we have to add a where condition, where num is less than at the rate n. Okay. So we need to make sure that this num plus 1, okay, otherwise num plus 1 is less than or equal to n. Okay. So we need to make sure that whatever value we are getting here, that should be less than or equal to 10. Okay, because we want only numbers till 10, right? So now let's select star from CTE. Now if we run this, let's see what we are getting. So we are getting all the numbers from 1 to 10 in the CTE, and we have this numbers table where we have the numbers which are available. So simply what we will do, so from CTE A, left join numbers B on A dot num is equal to, so in numbers also the column is num, right? So the same column name is there. So here again B dot num. Okay. So now if I do a select star, let's see what we are getting. Okay. So two columns are getting num and num. So the first one is from the CTE. Okay. So for confusion purpose, now let's num underscore CTE. So to avoid the confusion, let's rename this column. Okay. So that we can be less confused with the column names. So the column which you are getting from the CTE is num underscore CTE, and this num is from the table which is provided. So if we do a left join from the CTE with the table provided, so wherever numbers are missing, those are present with values as null. Okay. So now what we will do is we will apply this where condition, where B dot num is null. Okay. So if I write this B dot num is null, and if I run this query, you will get only the values which are missing, 2, 4, 6, 7, 9 and 10. Okay, the 6 numbers, but we want only one column which is the numbers. So here I will just write num underscore CTE as missing number. Okay. So now if I run this query, you will get all the numbers which are missing in the provided input data set. So in this way we have to find the missing numbers in a given list of numbers from 1 to n. So the second question, How would you retrieve all rows where a column contains duplicates but only showing the duplicates once? Okay, so here you have a table called employee and columns ID and name. So if you see here, employee details. So employee name Ram is given two IDs 1 and 2, and Bheem is given 183, and Nikhil is given IDs 4 and 5. So the question is, you need to retrieve values employees Ram and Bheem, Ram and Nikhil, because these two employees are having multiple rows. Okay, so just need to retrieve the name column. You just need to retrieve the name column where there are more than one, where there are duplicate entries. Okay, Bheem should not be written because it is having only single entry. Only Ram and Nikhil should be written. So how do we do that? It's very simple. So select from employee, group by name having count of 1 is greater than 1. Okay, so group by name having count of 1 is greater than 1. That means you are retrieving all the names where there are more than one rows. So count of 1 will give you the row count. So where there are, if there are the row count for a particular name is more than 1, only those rows, those names will be written. So here simply name. Okay, so just if you write this, execute this query, you will get simply Nikhil and Ram, and this is how you retrieve the employees who are having multiple entries. So the next question is, we need to write a query to get the average order value per customer, excluding those who have placed one order. So we have a table called customers with columns name and amount. So you have the values Ram 100, Shyam 200, Naveen 500, Ram 400 and Shyam 800. So you need to return the average amount billed by each customer. So Ram has total for 500, he has made amount of 500, I mean he has made a bill of 500 rupees. So the average should be 250, and Shyam has made average total of 200 plus 800, which is 1000, the average should be 500, and Naveen has only made one order, but Naveen's name should not be present in the output because the question is you have to exclude those who have placed only one order. So how do we get this? We get this simply. So select name comma average. So we have to use this window function average. It's not a window function. So average of amount as average underscore amount from customers, group by name having count of 1 is greater than 1. So in our earlier video, in our earlier question, we have seen to remove the entries which are not having duplicates, right? So similarly here also, this is also same concept, we should remove the entries which are not having duplicates. So we have applied this having condition, having count of 1 is greater than 1. So if you apply this condition, this row will go away and only these 4 rows will be there, and for each and every name you are calculating the average of the amount. So if you run this query, you are getting Ram 250 and Shyam 500. In this way you have to write a query to get the average order value per customer. So the next question is, you need to retrieve the employees who have worked for more than 10 years without using DATEDIF. So without using the DATEDIF function, you need to retrieve all the employees who have worked for more than 10 years. So we have this table called employee, and in the employee table we have the name, date of joining, and IsActive. So IsActive is a TINYINT and it contains only values 1 or 0. So 1 means that the employee is currently working, and 0 means the employee is not working currently. Okay, and we have the name and we have the date of joining. So without using DATEDIF, so it's very tricky. So I mean, with using DATEDIF, we simply calculate the difference between this particular employee date, I mean the date of joining and the current date, and if it is greater than or equal to, we apply this where condition where DATEDIF is greater than or equal to 10 years, then you can retrieve all the employees. But without using DATEDIF, we need to retrieve this. So this is also very simple. So let's first write this: select star from employee where IsActive is equal to 1, and we have to use the DATEAdd function. So DATEAdd function will just add you the number of from particular time it will increase the date. So if you see the parameters, you see interval we want in years, okay, and increment. So how many years you want to increase? So I don't want to increase, I want to decrease. So I will keep -10, comma, expression small date time. So you have to provide a date time with which you want to increase in years. So I want to enter current date. So get date, okay. So where this is equal to greater than or equal to the date of joining. So what we are doing is we are subtracting the current date to 10 years, and whatever date you get that should be greater than or equal to the date of joining, okay. So now let's for the time being let's see what is this value, okay. So now let's simply write this select statement. You are getting today is February 16th 2025 at the time of recording. So you are getting February 16th 2015. So if an employee has joined before this particular date, that means that employee has been working for more than 10 years, okay. So that's why this particular date should be greater than or equal to date of joining. Suppose if the employee is working in 2015 February 15, so that means February 16th is greater than February 15. When you consider the date times, or when you compare the date times, February 16 is greater than February 15. So basically that means this particular employee Nikhil has been working for more than 10 years. So this output, this row should be coming as output. So that's why we'll write this date add is greater than or equal to date of joining. And here I'll just simply retrieve the names. So if you run this, you'll get Nikhil, Raj and Edwards, okay. So these three employees are there where these are the employees who are working for more than 10 years. If you go to MySQL and other versions of SQL, so there is one more function called date sub, and in date sub you need not mention -10, you can just mention 10 there, and it will subtract you the date from the current date, subtract you the years from the current date. But in this MS SQL or the TSQL transact SQL, you do not have the date sub function, you need to use date add, and you can use the negative value. But date sub is also present in Azure Databricks. So if you are using Databricks, you can use the date sub function as well. So hope you all understood this solution. So the next and last question, you need to write a query to find the day of the week that had the maximum number of orders. So you have this table called sales, we have the order date and amount. So in the sales table, you have all the entries with the order date and amount. So each and every day we need to find what day of the week it is, whether it's a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and all. So, and you need to find the you need to retrieve the day which is having the maximum number of orders. So first what we'll do is, let's write a query to retrieve the day of the week. So select from sales, okay, and to retrieve the day of the week we have to use the format function, format of order date, comma, this is the parameter, okay, sorry, not YYY, it's DDDD, okay, as day of week, comma, star, okay. If you run this, you will get the day of the week. So Sunday, so February 15th 2015 is Sunday, and April 25 is Wednesday, and all so on. So if you see here, Monday is having the most number of orders, which is 2, right. So now what you will do is, simply here you will write count of 1, okay, as CNT, and you can use group by, this format function you can use, okay. And here you to retrieve the maximum, if you see Monday and Sunday, both of them are having 2 orders each, okay. So now let's keep this, so this you need to retrieve Monday and Sunday. So now let's keep this in a CTE with CTE as, and select from CTE, and we'll apply the dense rank. So day of week, comma, dense underscore rank over order by CNT in descending order as RN, okay. So now if you run this, you will get dense rank applied. So Sunday and Monday are having 2 orders each, so it is the RN is applied, one value is applied to RN. And now let's give this in one more city called city 2, and from this city 2 let's retrieve the day of the week, and we need to apply this filter where RN is equal to 1. And if you run this, you will simply get the days of the week where you have the maximum number of orders. So in this way, we will write a query to find the day of the week. So hope you all like this solution, and also hope you all like all these 5 questions. So if you like, please do a favor by clicking on the like button, and also if you are watching our videos for the first time, make sure you click on the subscribe button to get more videos. Thank you. Have a nice day.